Is this guitar the perfect mod platform? Hey everybody, Jace Allen here. Welcome back to the channel. So I've reviewed a ton of guitars on this channel, and last week I did a video about the tariffs and how they could affect the guitar industry and how they could affect my channel. And I was actually kind of surprised by some of the comments on that video, so I ended up shutting the comments off on it and posted my video about the PRS guitar that I won from Searching for Tone, and that video did really well, and so I'm just going to stick with that platform talking about guitars. We'll see what happens in the future with prices. Going to try to continue to bring you budget and affordable guitars, but I'm also going to start throwing in some middle priced guitars as well. Who knows how this is all going to shake out, but you may be looking for a budget guitar simply to mod, as a mod platform. Modding guitars is a hobby that people really enjoy. I like to build guitars and I like to mod guitars as well. I just love guitars. I love to tinker with guitars. I like to take them apart and see what's under the hood. I even play them once in a while. So you may have heard me talk about my buddy's guitar store located in Harbor Beach, Michigan. I'm in the thumb in a place called Bad Axe. Yes, that's really the name of the town I live in. And he's got a shop, and I occasionally go there and buy guitars from him. His shop is called Expedition Music. And so I was in there the other day, and I've been seeing this brand of guitar quite a bit, and they're kind of hard to find, but I think they're kind of a hidden gem and definitely the perfect mod platform. So let's check it out. Okay, so here it is. Not going to do an unboxing since I bought this from a store. This is an Aria Pro II Stratocaster. This is an model STG003. And this is a great guitar for modding because it features a full thickness body. So let's talk about the specs. So the body is basswood, although it's pretty heavy. Basswood is sort of a contentious material when it comes to guitars. You either like basswood or you really don't like it. I've always preferred like alder and ash and a little bit heavier woods, even poplar, because it has a little bit of weight to it. I've had a few guitars that were probably in the 6 pound, 5.5, 6 pound range, and to me that's just a little too light for a guitar. I prefer something in the 7, 8 pound, 7.5 pound range. We'll put this on the scale out in the shop, but this is a decent weight. It's got a good weight to it. So basswood body, maple neck, really nice neck. Feels good. It's got a satin finish on it, but it doesn't feel, you know, some guitars almost feel bare, like you're going to get a lot of your oils from your fingers and stuff on it. But this one actually, you can actually feel the finish on it. So it's got a little bit of a finish on it. Rosewood fretboard. Fret ends are fine. They're not stainless. They're just regular nickel frets. The headstock on it isn't terrible. I'm just not a huge fan of the headstocks with the hook on it, but they're trying to avoid trademark violations by making these headstocks, but you'd think they could come up with a little bit better design than that sort of hook. Regular sealed tuners, sort of the cheap bent string trees on it. This would be, if I could actually see it, this is I'm not sure what the nut is. Let's see if it says in the specs. It does not. So when we take it upstairs, we'll see if we can figure out what that is. It looks like it might be bone or plastic. 22 frets, sort of your vintage style guitar. It's got the 6-point trem on it, Everything's chrome hardware, 5-way switch, volume, tone, small trem block inside, a really nice metallic blue finish on it, and then your neck plate and everything else. A 3-ply pick guard, nice pick guard, ceramic pickups, 3 single coils. Strap buttons are actually pretty decent. These aren't the super flat metal sharp, you know, these are not too bad. Okay, let's, and the saddles are cast, not the bent steel. So those are a little bit different. You know, this was sitting in my buddy's shop, so I don't know if he may have adjusted the, you know, the intonation and the action on it. Action's not too bad. We'll check out the intonation when we take it upstairs. So let's put it on a strap real quick and see how balanced it is. Like I said, it's got a good weight to it. Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, it's, yeah, strats are usually balanced pretty good. Okay, let's run this upstairs to my shop and we'll take a look under the hood and we'll put it on the scale and we'll talk a little bit more in depth about some of the features, and then we'll bring it back down here, get some tone samples, and there you go. Okay, here we are out in the shop. Got the guitar here on the bench, and so let's weigh it first and see what we got for weight. Good 7.8 pounds, so almost 8 pounds. So that's pretty heavy for a basswood guitar. So that's why I'm always kind of shocked when I get a basswood guitar that's really heavy, because I've only owned basswood guitars that were really super lightweight. So that's why I kind of ramble on about it. But anyway, yeah, this is a really nice weight. I think that's about perfect. As we said, the neck material is maple, and let's see how the grain is going. It's basically flat sawn maple. You can see probably some of the nice grain in there. So it is a nice piece of wood. Fretboard material is rosewood. If you can see that there, it's a nice looking slab of rosewood. I prefer a rosewood fretboard. I don't know. Actually, I like ebony fretboards, but those are kind of few and far between on guitars and have a tendency to be a little more expensive, quite a bit more expensive. Like we said, the body wood, it claims to be basswood, but we'll take it apart and take a look at it. It's really hard to determine that type of wood just by looking at like basswood and poplar. Poplar usually has a sort of a greenish tint to it, but not always. And they're kind of a grainless, almost a grainless wood, white wood, I guess you could call it. So it's kind of hard to determine what it is just kind of by looking at it. Like I said, the body thickness is full thickness, 1.737 on the calipers there. So almost 1.75 inches, so that's what I would consider a full thickness body. Nut material, like I said, I'm guessing that's just plastic. It doesn't have that hardness that bone has. Sometimes you can heat up a piece of metal and poke it in there, but I don't know where to do it without messing it up, so I just kind of scrape it a little bit, and you can usually tell that way. And then they say if you take them out and bite on them too, but they're usually in there with a little spot of CA glue or wood glue, and so I hate to take them out and mess with that. So inlays are just your acrylic, probably to look like mother of pearl. They're the white dots here and white dots on the sides. Those are probably ABS on the sides. Like I said, it's a 3-ply pick guard, just a regular plastic pick guard. Looks like, what is it, 11 screw? Yep, 11 screw pick guard. White knobs, white switch, and white pickup covers. Okay, so we'll check the neck relief. And as usual, flat as a pancake. Most guitars, I mean, again, these are all built on CNC machines. They might even pleck them, I don't know. When I went down to the Heritage Guitar Company here in Kalamazoo, across the state, they had a pleck machine, and they plecked, I don't think they plecked all the guitars, but some of the higher cost guitars they plecked. And so you never know, maybe these companies that, you know, that do high volume of guitars, maybe that's what they do, because I have yet to come across a neck that was warped or twisted on a brand new guitar. I think the only neck that I've ever seen that was warped or twisted was a really old Harmony Stratocaster style guitar. And so yeah, I mean, it's modern, you know, manufacturing techniques. I mean, you're almost always going to get good fit and finish on these guitars. I did have that monoprice Telecaster that the neck, something was going on with it, but that could have been, I don't know what the deal was with it, but it just wasn't right. But then, like I said, then this Albegni that I had reviewed a while back, the neck pocket, the neck doesn't fit the pocket underneath this part here. It's like they put a Stratocaster neck on a Telecaster body. And I'm not sure that these weren't like handmade. I mean, they were probably routed with, you know, a machine, but I don't know if they're built on a CNC machine. So, but those are pretty rare cases. Most guitars are really good fit and finish wise. So nut slot depth, I still don't have that gauge yet. Maybe one of these days I'll get one. But I usually just put a capo on the 3rd fret and check if there's any kind of space, and there really isn't. That nut is cut really well, I think. So acoustic tone, let's tune it up first. Might as well check the intonation while we're at it. Intonation is fine. Like I said, you know, this came from a guitar shop, so I don't know what these guitars are like straight out of the box. But Aria Pro II is, I mean, they're a brand that's been around for quite a while. I mean, they've been around even longer than I think like the Donner brands and things like that. So these guitars should be set up, you know. Yeah, good sustain. Yeah, real good sustain, good tone. So yeah, that's good. Play through, let's check for any dead frets. Yeah, no dead frets, no issues with bending, none of that stuff. So let's check out the frets with the old fret rocker here. And I'm guessing they're going to be just perfect. Yeah, these are perfect. Yeah, perfect. Those are perfect. And they're polished. They're not gritty, so that's good too. Fret ends, like I said, those are good. Just a tad sharp. Probably polish them up a little bit just to make sure. I mean, they're not as bad as some, but you know, I mean, it's so you can hear that when I, you know, take the file and drag it up, you can hear it grabbing on that. So they're definitely just, it's probably due to the humidity. Nut width, let's check that out. I believe that's 1.65 or 41.91 millimeters. At the 12th fret, we've got 52.52 millimeters, 2.067 inches. Fretboard radius, I'm going to go with 9.5, I bet. Oh yeah, that's 9.5. Yep, 9.5. Now let's do the frets. Fret width, 0.097 inches, 2.47 millimeters. Fret height, 0.037 inches, 0.95 millimeters. So I don't know. I think I would consider these probably medium jumbo. I mean, these are standard frets. They're not real tall. They're not real wide. They're kind of your typical fret. Okay, let's check out the string height on the 12th fret. So we are right about, I'd say 2.5, so a little high. And on the say we're about 2.25 inches. These are millimeters, excuse me, on the high E. And inches is about 0.1 and 0.09. So that could be lowered just a little bit. So no rolled fretboard edges, and the neck profile is sort of typical. It almost feels a little flatter, like it might be more of a D shape than a C. But it's pretty typical of, you know, of a Strat style. I mean, they're copying this Fender Stratocaster. Let's take this thing apart and see what's under the hood. So first thing I'm going to do is loosen the strings. And then I put a capo on the 2nd fret to hold the strings, because I'm going to take the neck off. Chrome plated metal plate there. All right. Nice neck heel there. It's got the little overhang, the fretboard overhang, and I like the fact that it's rounded. I never cared for the ones that were squared off. I think that's kind of lazy. I think it looks better rounded. Neck pocket looks pretty good. They've done a little bit of a little bit of messing around to get it to fit. So that tells you that maybe it was too much paint buildup under there. I don't know if you can see it there. You can see that it was kind of filed out a little bit there, probably with a router. It looks like they use a router to come back in and just make a little bit more room there. The wood actually, I don't know, again, it could be poplar. It's got that look to it. It's got, you know, but it's so hard to tell, but that looks like it could be poplar. So who knows? To me it seems awful heavy for basswood, but whatever. All right, let's check out the back here. And this is just a single ply cover on the back. Just a single ply plastic. And whoa, there's a big goof there in the wood, like a tear out, a real bad tear out in the cavity there. I don't know if you can see it. Real bad tear out. I mean, that doesn't affect the router probably hit a knot right there and just tore it out if you don't have a good sharp bit. That can happen. That's pretty extreme. So it's got this is interesting too, the screws for the claw are a little goofy. Other than that, it's really good looking. So let's remove the pick guard. Actually, I'm going to take the plastic off the pick guard. So let's pull that off. Oh yeah, wow, it's got the big swimming pool route in it. So you can put anything you want in that pick guard. So that is another thing that makes it a great platform for modding, is that you've got that giant swimming pool route in there. So you could turn this into a double humbucker, a triple humbucker, P90s, pretty much anything you wanted is going to fit in there. All right, so here we go. This is your typical cheap Strat. I mean, the wiring's nice. They did a good job of it. They put a little wire tie there to hold it together, and it's ceramic pickups, ceramic magnets, small pots, PCB board, three-way switch, a little bit of shielding where the switch and the pots are, but not a ton. Hard to tell if these are, I don't know if these are wax potted or not. Sometimes these cheap pickups have like a waxy substance on them, but I don't know if that's just from the glue on the, no, these are wax potted, I think. Maybe not. They got a tape around them, but there's a lot of wax residue on there. So let's see if I can carefully remove that tape without, I can't find the end of it. There it is. Yeah, there's wax on there. but I don't know if it's just on the tape. There's like a tape that wraps around. It's usually black tape, but this looks like a white masking tape. And the tape feels like it's got wax on it. So I don't know. It's hard to tell, but it feels like there's wax. I mean, there's wax on here, so these pickups might be wax potted. They don't have a ton of wire in them, so they're really thinly wound. So that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm pretty sure that's wax. I mean, it feels like wax. So maybe these won't be really microphonic like some of the cheaper pickups tend to be. Okay, so let's put it back together and we'll take it upstairs and see how it sounds. Okay. All right, let's take it downstairs and see how it sounds. All right, back down here in the studio, and of course I forgot to measure the pickups. So we'll check those out now. Bridge pickup is 5.21. Bridge and middle together is 2.61. Middle pickup is 5.17. Middle and neck pickup together are 2.64. And the neck pickup is 5.35. Okay, so I'm running through a Laney Lionheart amp. This is it's a 60 watt, 40 watt might be. I'm going to do a review on it pretty soon, but it's got an attenuator on it so you can turn it way down for your studio or bedroom volumes. Got an SM57 pointed at it. Close mic'd and room mic also, so we'll try clean channel first. And this is the bridge pickup. Bridge and middle. Middle pickup. And middle and neck. and then the neck pickup. All right, let's try some distortion there. And this would be on the bridge pickup. Bridge and middle. And middle. I like that. Middle and neck. And the neck pickup. This is a nice guitar. Sounds really good. I like it. Yeah, so there you go. That's it. This is the Aria Pro II STG003. Single. Great guitar. They're kind of hard to find. My buddy is a rep for them. So he had a couple of guitars in his shop. And it's interesting because, you know, I go on and on about the basswood thing, but it kind of boggles my mind a little bit because he had two of these guitars in his shop, and one was black and then this one. And the black one did not feel like this. The black one was a lot lighter. The neck felt different. It felt cheap. You know, we pick up a guitar and it's super lightweight. You're like, well, what's wrong with this guitar? Why is it so light? Is it made out of plastic or something? And it just has, I don't know, to me it has a cheap feel to it. And I'm not saying that those guitars aren't good guitars. It's just that there's something about them that doesn't feel substantial. It doesn't feel like it isn't going to last or something because it's just so light. But this guitar is heavier. So it was the same model, but in black, and it just felt a lot different. So I don't know. I'm kind of baffled by this guitar. Like I said, they're kind of hard to get. You can get them on Reverb. You can get them brand new. There's different guitar shops that are, you know, distributors for these guitars, but I don't see them on Amazon. That I could find. Maybe they're there, and I'm not sure if they're on like Sweetwater or Guitar Center, but they're worth a look. These are really nice guitars, and unless I got an odd one, I don't know. It's so, I don't know. It's so hard to do these reviews because sometimes, just like with that monoprice guitar, I had all kinds of people say, oh, I buy monoprice guitars all the time and never had any problem with them. They're really good quality. And the one I got was just terrible. But this guitar is fabulous. And I don't know, it's just quality and build. I mean, it even says on their website that specifications are, subject to change without notice. So that could mean that if they don't have basswood in stock that day, maybe they make them out of poplar. I don't know. To me, it looked like poplar, but I don't know. Who knows? So it's the Wild West out there, guys. It's the Wild West. The guitars are just, I don't know. It's a mixed bag anymore. So we'll see what happens with prices going forward. But anyway, there you go. There's my review on the Aria Pro II. I'll put some links in the description. If you happen to come across these things, are $189 is what the retail price is on this guitar. That is a fabulous price for this guitar. They are made in China, so who knows? They could be $600 tomorrow. I don't know. It's all up in the air. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I appreciate everybody for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.